According to Gallup, 1 in 5 business-to-business customers have had a problem with their supplier. 1 in 2 of those problems were never resolved. Fortunately, business-to-business companies that measure and manage customer engagement have reduced the average number of reported problems from 50% to 34% over the past 6 years. And for the top 10%, best-in-class companies reported problems dropping from 14% to 6%. Unreported and unresolved problems put revenue at risk and create noise and distraction from building relationships. B2B companies have a lot to lose if they don't actively probe for problems, make it easy to complain, solve the problems, and measure the performance. Hi, my name is Vic Hunter from Hunter Business Group, and I'm here to talk to you about another idea engine on how do you day-to-day improve your performance in solving customer service problems. Now, we've talked about retention of customers, and we've talked about pain points that customers have, but day-to-day, how do we manage the solution of customer service problems in operations? Customer service is often measured by how well products and services supplied by companies meet or exceed customer expectations. In other words, it measures customer behavior. How can we manage the process of customer service as it impacts performance as measured by your customer? Is there any systematic way to manage activities that solve problems so that we can meet or surpass customer expectations? If we could link activities into a model based on investments into customer service with satisfied customers as the model's output, we could see all the parts of customer service that impact customer satisfaction and easily manage specific factors for our gain. Okay, let's see if I can show you how this might work. Let's start out with a customer service rep, let's say 1,700 hours per year of work, let's say $50,000 of fully allocated cost, so that we've got something like 34 hours per $1,000 of overall cost. Now let's take this 34 hours per $1,000 of cost and let's multiply it times the number of problems that we can solve in a day. Let's say a pace of about 12. And let's say that the number of new problems that we're resolving of this 12 is about half, or say 50%. And then let's look at how satisfied customers are with those problems. Now we can use our scale and really look at anything that's a 5 or a 6 and say we need to be above a 5 in order to have solved or met the expectations of the customer. So we have a mathematical model that allows us to look at investments times the number of problems that we're actually solving a day times the number of new problems times the completeness or the satisfaction of those customers. Let's take another look at the model. For every $1,000 of investment, we get about 34 hours of customer service work. Tickets worked per hour about 12, which would be our average expected work pace. New tickets per ticket worked about 50%, so that 1 in 2 problems on average get solved with 1 contact. Now, solving the problem with a 5.6 satisfaction or quality rating from the customer surveys would give us an impact score of 1,142. The higher the impact score, the more powerful the solutions our rep offers, and the less likely customers who deal with that rep are at risk of defecting. Your average score tells you the overall impact of your customer service. Let's take a quick look at the sensitivity of this impact score to changes in the formula. 34 hours per $1,000 is assuming about 1,700 hours, 7.1 hours a day, 5 days a week, 48 weeks. Let's say that we get more efficient and we get up to 7.3 hours per day. less than a 3% increase. What we need to manage is solving problems the first time, because if we can have more customers satisfied the same day they contact us, we'll have more scoring of 5 or more on the 7-point behavioral scale every day. Solving 2 or more problems on first contact lets us handle and solve 2 more problems each day for a total of 14 problems a day instead of 12. So we've gained 4 more problems that are all solved the same day on top of the usual 6. Now we have only 4 problems remaining to be solved with a second or third contact at the end of the day, and that's out of 14 problems handled instead of 12. Those 2 extra problems solved each day allow us to handle 10 new tickets each day rather than 6, a gain of 67%, and 20 times the impact of any other factors in the model you might manage to improve your impact score. Only when the number of new tickets worked per hour increases do you see this huge impact. So just as completed contacts per hour was the magical number to watch for inside sales, new tickets worked per hour is the magical number in customer service. When you increase your impact score in customer service, you decrease the noise in the system. In other words, when there are fewer problems forced to cycle through the contact after contact sequence before getting resolved, customers feel more comfortable with your solution and more assured that you have a solution to offer them. So you've calculated your impact score and you've got a quantifiable number, but it's based on qualitative feedback from the customer. So how do you improve on that performance? Look closely at your customer feedback score. If it's below a 5 on a 7-point scale, your entire impact score is affected. By driving up the magic number, new tickets per hour, in the way we demonstrated, you'll get the most gain in both your customer feedback score and your total impact score. Also pay attention to the responses to your customer feedback questions, especially the question on whether the problem was solved. A high number of negative answers definitely needs your attention. Businesses that sell to other businesses just risk too much revenue by not solving customer problems. By identifying, measuring, and managing those problems, we can increase revenue. So if you'd like a copy of this customer service impact model or how we make these calculations, just drop me a note or give me a call. And thanks for joining us on this idea engine on how to exceed the expectations of your customers when you're solving their problems.